Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and this is part 2 of a series that we did on the Tiffin Flea Market in Tiffin, Ohio. And this flea market was so huge we had to make 2 videos on it. So hope you're enjoying it, and let's get shopping. We're right in the albums right now, and I love all these old bands from the 80s. This is my era. So a lot of those, I have bought a lot of those just to have. I even got Bachelor Party. I didn't know there was a soundtrack for that. How cool. Anyways, we looked through all of these. They're getting pretty pricey these days, but they're pretty old too, so you got to think about that. So we took a little look through them, mainly for ourselves. The prices were probably similar to what I would charge, so I didn't see me making a profit on these. But those were fun to look at. And here's another booth with the glassware, and here's a piece of Caprice by the Cambridge Glass Company. That clear piece right there. Oh my gosh, look at that castle. Isn't that cute?
I didn't notice that. That's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if that's from Disney. Probably not. Uh-oh, now you gotta buy it. This one's pretty.
I was thinking about it, but it probably takes.
Oh, you're smart. You got one.
I have a YouTube channel, so
Oh, I see.
that's why I tape when I'm shopping.
Then you go back and say, I should have bought that.
Yeah, I've done that many times. Sometimes I get in the mood and I don't buy anything, and it's like, what the heck was I thinking?
I just think there's people with these little fingers like that. Look at that. It's so small.
Yeah.
But it fit me.
Well, there you go.
That looks like a nice one.
Nice one, too.
I don't need it, but I like it.
Oh, it's never a matter of need. No,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here if
Gets
that was the
past
case.
that, don't it?
Yeah.
It's just fine.
That's a pretty set.
Your eyes could just, those are pretty.
Take
Eyes
the
just-
whole box. You want to switch spots? You
Yeah.
can get in there then. Okay, this one is 5.
You know, I was down in the Amish country and I got that, and it's like a spoon ring, and I've never seen. But I get so many compliments on it. I think it's what's not
It's
really
unusual,
that pretty.
that's
People
why.
just like it because the
It's
yeah.
unusual. That's neat.
Oops.
Here's a nice overall shot of the flea market, and there's a lot of jewelry in here because this is a good flea market to go to buy jewelry. I always find lots of stuff here. And there's all kinds of different things. There's planes and cars and trucks. Pretty much anything you could possibly imagine.
I got my big basket.
Pretty. And here's some more rings I took a look at, and they were $3 each for these rings. Not a bad price. It depends on what I'm going to put on them. I usually put between $5 and $10 on rings, sometimes even less if they're, especially if they have an adjustment on the bottom. Those rings are not worth as much when they're adjustable, so they're usually a lower quality ring. So I'm always looking at the shank to make sure it's not worn off. and if they're adjustable or not. And there were some pretty ones in here. And there was another tray underneath. And I sell rings really well at the vintage market shows that I do. So I always buy a lot of rings, mainly for those shows because they seem to be really popular. That was one of those rings that twirl around and actually have two stones on it. I call them convertible rings because they convert one to the other. The problem is that the stone on the bottom wasn't there. Otherwise, I'd have bought that because those are real popular. So I'm digging through all kinds of jewelry boxes at this sale. Beautiful necklace. And here's some more smalls and linens and all kinds of stuff, blocks and DVDs, a little bit of everything. You never know what these dealers are going to bring here. Books, cookbooks. Here's a nice overall shot. And if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and hit the like button. And here's some more tools that we're looking at. Lots of tools at this sale.
But I did see him, yes.
Scarf.
Hi, where did you get to?
How much is your jewelry? Is it what it's marked?
I think most of it. Sue, most of it.
We can do this.
How much is this?
Which are you interested in? That one, $5.
$5. What about, is this 7 or is it 1?
What's it attached to? These 7.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I can
didn't
do
think.
5 on that. I mean,
Okay.
I'm flexible.
Okay, well at least I got a starting point, so that's good. Thank you.
Hey, you want to get a hot dog? Okay.
Okay. Oh, is that Tiny from Fremont? Well, he's got a short, stocky guy with a white beard. Yeah, I think I know who he is. Building 8. All right, you clear down on the end almost, right? All right.
I like them. Are you
Is that from the north side?
No. We do a lot of auctions.
I like yours. And those are unique. Thank you.
And Hot Wheels and all kinds of little stuffed animals. I've been dabbling in toys, like I've said before, and doing quite well with it. I'm still not as knowledgeable as a lot of the toy dealers are, obviously, but I'm working on that. And there's a lot of old games here, and lots of even some Fisher Price toys. And these things here, I am not sure on these things. I seen some at a few garage sales, and they were really reasonably priced, and I should have bought them. I think they were only a couple bucks each, because look at the prices on these things. So I think I would have done well with them, but it's not something you typically see. But these were actually in the box, and that's definitely a buyer's regret kind of thing. And here's a nice overall shot of some of the outdoor dealers there. And you can see me pulling my cart, going around. And here's some beautiful glassware. Nice piece of Fenton there. And this was a nice Fenton fan vase. It was only $2.50. I definitely picked up on that one. And I don't know what I was thinking on this one. It was only $4. I should have grabbed that one too. Sometimes you think about things afterwards and you're like, dang, I should have got those. Those were both good deals. I did get the one. The fan vases are very popular and they sell pretty quickly. And here's lots of little decorative things and plates and some linens. And here's some hats. I've been selling some hats lately, so I've been looking at hats these days. Love this. I won't pay that price, so. This is pretty. How much are your bags over here? This one here. Is it bag or is it by the piece or?
No, what piece you want to look at?
This one. And here's some more jewelry. Those bags of jewelry we just saw would have been a good deal if they were bag lots, but they were actually individually priced. So the prices were a little too high for me, although nice pieces in there. There's a beautiful clear cake plate. That's quite nice. A chess set. And I've had one in marble one time of a chess set, and it did sell. But I got it really reasonably at a garage sale. Knives. For those of you who like collecting knives. Looks like they were $5 each. And lots more dishware, kitchen items. there's a nice piece of depression glass, that green one with the handle in the middle. That was a nice piece. I don't know the pattern of that one, but it's definitely the era, the way it's shaped, and it's got the nice green color. And here's some Beanie Babies and those little pop-ums. I've actually had a few pop-ums like that in my booth just because I got them really cheap, and they've sold. And here's some nice rings for $1 each. I picked up on that pearl one, but I'm again looking at the shanks and those and seeing if they're adjustable and seeing if they're worn out. The necklaces in this area were only $2 each. That was a good price. Not bad. That one there, it was quite nice with the rhinestones, but there was a couple of stones missing in that necklace. Otherwise, I'd have bought it because that was a nice one, probably from the 50s or 60s. There's probably more things here I should have bought as I watched this video, but at the time I bought what I bought, and probably should have picked up on a few more things because there were some nice items in there. And here's some more necklaces. There was jewelry all over the place with this dealer. And these were only $2 each. That was very reasonable. But some of those plastic beads, like those brown ones right there, they're not very good sellers for me. The ones that are from the 50s, those are very good sellers for me. And there were some nice Victorian pictures. If you had a nice old frame, it'd be nice to put in. There's a nice egg plate for deviled eggs. And a Pyrex measuring cup. That was blue. I don't typically see it in blue. And here's some more outside items. And a nice overall view. And there I am trying to pick through stuff on that table. And here were some more hats we had to take a look at because, like I said, we're starting to sell hats. Usually if they're very new looking or more interesting, these are a little bit wore out for me. Well, that Menards one was kind of cool. If they're like local things, we usually don't pick up stuff like that. These shirts were brand new. I wanted to buy them for my husband, but he didn't want them. And I don't know why, but they were long sleeve. That might have been why. But man, I should have picked up a few anyways because they were all brand new. $4 for a brand new shirt. You can't beat that. There's a little Halloween decoration. And a dog.
Now, where do you put it on YouTube?
YouTube. It's called Junking with Lou. I got a card. Here, I'll give you a card.
Okay, because then we'll share it and stuff.
Yeah, subscribe. That's what we need.
Okay.
Camera gear and material. Like I said, a huge variety there. There's some old linens mixed in there with the material. And I do buy old linens, not as many as I used to. They sell, but they're kind of take some time to sell them, unless they're really unusual. Tablecloths seem to go better than other things. Thank you. One more. And we have a dollar table right up my alley. I'm all about those dollar tables. And here's a nice set of dishes. And quilt tops. They need to still have the quilting done on it. With all the pieces at least are put together. If you were able to machine quilt, this would be a really good deal. But well, there's some that are finished also. But my quilting days are kind of over. It's pretty tedious work. And here's a bunch of kitchen stuff and some smalls kind of mixed in. It's important to look through these tables. You never know what little treasure you can find. I was checking the bottom of that to see if it was made in occupied Japan, because the figures that say that are a little bit more valuable than the ones that just say Japan. And they sell quite quickly. So I'm always looking for that. And here's a variety of other things. Some Hot Wheels and Matchboxes. For those of you who like to collect those types of things. I usually only buy those if they're really reasonable at a garage sale. Otherwise, I'm not that knowledgeable in that area. Oh, and the food is great here. They have people that bring breads and candies and all kinds of goodies. There's lots of food trucks. So you got, even if you come for that, it's worth it. There's a lot of good stuff to eat there. Here's some little figurines, and my husband ended up buying that little Goofy. He collects Goofy toys and statues and things like that. There's lots of toys in these bins. And here's another overall shot of the flea market. This dresser was beautiful. Whoever did this did a really nice job painting it. It was just gorgeous. $275. That is not bad at all. Look at the top, how beautiful it was. This person is very artistic. They painted furniture and put decals and painting on the front, and just gorgeous things for your home, and very unusual things that you just don't see at furniture stores. That one was really nice too, that white one that was a little bit distressed. And there's some jewelry hanging up. Looks like it's a little too modern for me. And all kinds of little smalls and cards and figurines, sports memorabilia. And here's some more newer jewelry items. And these are those little beads that kind of pop into pre-made necklaces and bracelets that you buy, and then you can change the style by putting the little beads, and they pop right on the top. They're kind of neat. I've never tried to sell those. I don't know how they would go. And more jewelry. Look at all these rings. Woo! Sparkly. Beautiful. And we're back in the tools. Lots of hammers. And some old, looks like some old grinders. If you see something in there that's that you know something about, if you want to put in the comment section, that's always good to know. It helps all of us learn. And here's some succulents. They had a lot of beautiful ones there. They had a lot of plants this time, and a lot of fruits and vegetables, and some really cool homemade solar lights. Here's our lot of rings that we got at the Tiffin Flea Market. Here's Jeff. He's helping out today. I always got a kitty friend to help me out. Anyways, so we ended up getting, oh dear, sorry about that. Say, Jeff, you're a helper, I know. So we ended up getting about 25 decent costume rings. Now, some of these, you know, I can put $5 on. Some of them I could put, like this is a nice one. I could probably put 10 on that one. Some of these are not that fancy. That one's probably a $5 ring. And then I did get a Joan Rivers ring. So that was kind of cool. Joan Rivers jewelry is really good. Now these are the rings from that stash. I didn't even know it was in that box when I bought it. It just was a big box full of rings, and I thought, well, that looks like fun. So this little pile here was rings that are probably going to go in a junk bag of jewelry. And then these in this box are the most interesting ones. This one here is sterling, and that's probably about $15 just in itself, and I paid $15 for the whole lot. This one's a smaller one that's also sterling. That's probably about $6. These I'm not sure of. They're not marked. I'm gonna have to take those to a jeweler. They really look like sterling, but I'm not sure. I can't find a marking, and unless I find a marking, I don't want to write it as sterling until I know for sure. This one was the coolest one. I wish this was my size. I'd have kept it. This is a rosary ring. So it has the little, like, the bead things around the whole side of it, and then they have the cross in the middle. And it says Italy on there, but that's all it says. So I am not sure if that's anything or not, but it's a really cool ring. Like I said, I wish that was my size. Now, the garage sale that we went to after the flea market, I got this ring. And this ring here, I got it for $0.25. This ring here is sterling, and it looks to be 3 small diamonds in there. They're very small. They're probably not really worth anything. So it is just a real pretty ring. It hasn't been cleaned up yet. So I'll probably still put maybe $25, $30 on it, just because it's really attractive ring. It's got lots of little cuts, and like I said, it looks like there's 3 small diamonds in there. I'm not sure if they're real. I kind of think they might be just because of how small they are. So the jewelry with the rings was really good in Tiffin. So I will make quite a bit of money off of this lot of rings. So that was a really good buy. Here's the items I got at the Tiffin Flea Market. On the many of these were on that table that said 6 for $5. So these are the things I got for 6 for $5. I got a little Thomas Kincaid music box, and it works, so that's good. And the sun's kind of shining on this funny, but I don't know if you can see it. This is a beautiful old picture, and it's a postcard. So this looks Victorian, so that's really cool. And then I got this purse and a sign that says She Shed, and these 2 necklaces here. So those were all in the 6 for $5 table that they had, and I would think I'm gonna make maybe 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, probably about $25 on all those things. So that was a really good buy. And then on the same in the same dealer, they had these 2 necklaces, a crystal necklace for $2, and then this beaded necklace for $2. And the crystal necklace is $10 all day. The beaded one, I think I can get between 8 and 10 for that one too. So that particular dealer had a lot of good buys. So I was really glad they were there. I bought a lot of stuff from them in the past, and I did well again with them this day too. Here are some more items that I got at the Tiffin Flea Market. I got this print here. I don't think it's anything original. I think it's a reproduction, but I got to take it apart to find out. It's in a newer frame, but for $2, you know, we're in Michigan, so that Michigan memorabilia really always sells well, so I think I can get about 10 on that. This hat here, it's not in the greatest shape. I only paid $2 for it. I think I can get 6 or 7 out of that. This dog was super cute for $3. Not real old, but dogs and cats always sell, so that'll probably be about $8, maybe $9. These 2 lady figurines, I paid $1 each. I probably can get between $8 and $10 for those. And this is a nice piece of Fenton. I like the fan vases like this. They always seem to sell well, and I paid $2.50 for it, so I think I can get probably 8 out of that. This is an old kitchen tool that I got, and I actually kind of got that for myself to smash strawberries with. So, because the good old tools seem to work better than the new ones. And this purse here was a little bit of a surprise. This was only $1. So that was a really good buy, and that's an old one. They have a newer pull on the zipper thing here, but the beading in it, I think this is quite old. I'm not sure though. I'll have to look into it. The tags are very old too. It's an older company, so I got to do a little research on that. That was a really good buy. No brainer, $1. This purse I got for $5, and I can get 15 out of that all day too. Tapestry things really sell well. And these gloves here I got for $1, and here's all the jewelry I got besides the rings. And these rings here, I think I paid between $1 and $3 for all of this stuff a piece. So I can for sure triple my price. This one's really pretty. So I haven't looked for any markings or anything on it. I think they're all costume, but I'll have to go through it just to be sure in case there's anything real in there. But just looking at it briefly, I think it's all costume. So these pieces here, the rings I could probably get between $8 and $10 a piece, and the bracelet for sure 10. So that was a pretty good buy. This was kind of the surprise of the day. So after we went to Tiffin, we hit a garage sale, and actually we hit several of them, and I think we had about 3 or 4, and nothing really popped out. But this one sale we reeked at. So this is just some of the stuff. I'm going to show you some more in a minute that we got from that sale right around the corner from the flea market. Check out that red, white, and blue purse for $1. That is vintage. That is so cute, and it's in great shape. That's, oh gosh, I would think that's $20 all day. Vintage clothes are really hot right now, and vintage purses, so If you see those things, pick them up. This is another vintage purse. It almost looks like it has alligator there. I'm not sure if that's real or fake, but that was $1. I'm sure that could be 10 all day. We got a couple of hats. I've been dabbling in clothes, and my hats have been selling really good. So these are only two of these were only $1 each. So I'll probably put about $5 on each of those, but of course I need to wash those first because they are used. And then we got a couple of old boxes, and my husband is dabbling in toy cars. So he got a bunch of little helicopters. I don't know what they're worth. I haven't looked anything up. They were $1 each. Regardless, we can get our money back. So they're kind of cool. So I don't know if they're all matched. This one's a Matchbox. I'm not sure if they're Matchboxes or Hot Wheels or what they are, but we'll have to check into that. So that was the first batch we got at that garage sale. Here's the rest of that stuff I got at that garage sale. And this was an awesome find. These 3 pieces here I got for $2 each, and they are called Frankoma. And they made pottery in the past, and I don't know the year the factory made, but regardless, $2 each. What a deal. I'm not sure what they're worth. I would think between $10 and $20, maybe even more. I'm not sure. I have to look those up, but that was an awesome deal. And this little planter here is quite old, and I ended up paying $2 for this one. That was probably the original price on it, $1.29. So that was pretty cute. And these 2 pieces here are depression glass, and this also comes in clear, and it's called Oyster and Pearl. So I don't know if you can see the pattern very well there, but so that's a small piece, and then this is the larger bowl, and this is the most the type that people want the most is this color here because it's got the jadeite in the inside, and here's the pattern on the outside. So like I said, this pattern also comes in clear. And the reason I know that is my dad used to collect that. So I have to look up those. That big bowl, I would think around 20, and I would think about 10 for the small one, but I'm not sure. If you know the value, go ahead and put that in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to take a look and see what I can find in the comps. So these items came from a garage sale. So believe it or not, we probably had better luck at the garage sale than we actually did at the flea market. But you never know. Every flea market is different, and there was lots of people there, and it was still definitely worth the trip, and it was a lot of fun too. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and see you soon.